Thank you so much for staying here on the sports segment on News Desk. It's time to discuss some of the sports issues. And this first one we're going to talk about is very, very dicey, George.
Yeah, really tight.
Really tight. And
really tight,
yesterday there was a landmark decision against Caster Semenya, and it had to do with controlling her testosterone levels and her ability to compete in some categories. 800 meters, 400 meters of women athletics. She's an Olympic champion. Yeah. And this is big, but we've heard from a lady who contested against her, Madeleine Pape, who says, well, she felt really bad losing to Caster, but she thinks that this decision is quite harsh.
Yeah, because you want to look at it, Caster Semenya is making the point that I didn't work things out to be who I am. Naturally, this is what I am. And I want to play in a sport, and I want to dominate in a sport, and you want to alter my body composition before you allow me to play in the competition. Now she thinks that that's a bit of infringement of the rights. But on the other side, the Court for Arbitration for Sport, who handled this case, because the IAAF had indicated that we wanted to do this, but they had to go to CAS. And CAS says that, all right, now just like boxing, we have weight categories. Your category puts you in a certain classification. So you can have a lightweight fighter, heavyweight, or we have middle lightweight, we've got the bantam, we've got the cruiserweights. If you think about it in that sense, then what IAAF and CAS are trying to do is let's try and recategorize so that there's fairness in the, coming out to participate. It doesn't look like you have, quote unquote, I had very careful with my words because I know we've got quite a number of it. It's a very technical one. So that it doesn't seem like an unfair advantage over the others who are normal. So we still have a lot of people who have high levels of testosterone in their bodies and hormones, and it's making them much stronger. So this decision, from the CAS angle, they will feel we are trying to create a level playing ground. But Caster Semenya will feel I want to play, or I want to be in a particular sport. I didn't make myself this way. Yeah, it's natural to me. Don't impede on my rights, and don't let me take medication for 6 months before I can come. Yeah. We're deliberately trying to reduce the power I've got naturally.
Yeah, but this reminds me of a conversation I saw on a World News channel about the conversation, transgender, people like Semenya, who were born probably intersex, hermaphrodite. How do we include them in sports? Because, like you're saying, this is very dicey. I'm sure the IAAF and CAS are saying, look, we also need to listen to the concerns of the other side.
Precisely. Because
some feel, now anybody, people say, well, I've always felt transgender, but I never had the courage to come out. So now I've come out. So they are biologically, physically, classified as men, but they feel like women. So then they want to participate in women's games. And there are some who say, no, but when you do that, that's unfair. So it's a very technical and dicey.
I think that rather than say, you're going to take some drugs for 6 months before you can join this competition, you say, let's recategorize and have those who want to participate in that light. The problem is that you might not get many numbers. The numbers will not be there for a good competition. So you probably get 1 or 2 or 3 out of it, and understand the dilemma that they face right now. Anyway,
I can just imagine how Caster feels at this time. But I'm sure there will be a lot more in this in subsequent days. We will see a lot more reactions.
It's cast in stone now. For the next IAAF World Championships that's taking place in Qatar late in September. So these are it. If you want to participate, you have to get on the medication. So maybe we might not see Semenya in there. Anyway, to football.
Yeah.
Oh, what a game last night.
Oh, I know you're excited because Liverpool lost. But see, George, we have to be very honest.
Let's be fair.
I think that Barcelona won this game with mind power. I think they won this game because they had won it here.
Yeah, aside that.
Liverpool went into that game for me with so much passion and drive, too much energy, that when they needed to just slow things down and just hit it, they appeared too excited. They appeared too excited for
Thank you for that picture, because the difference between Liverpool and Barcelona is Lionel Messi. And every coach has said, including Jose Mourinho, you cannot have a strategy against Lionel Messi. It's Lionel Messi turning up to play or not turning up to play. So you are lucky when he doesn't turn up to play. And Mourinho was making this, he was talking about this particular game, and he says, Messi has always been Messi. The question has been whether Messi is going to turn up on a day to play like this. Now, it's not about stats or goals. Ronaldo scores a lot of goals. He's up there in terms of the stats. But you're talking about proper football artistry.
But we're not talking about Ronaldo here.
I'm just giving that because what you put out there. So in this game, like in this game, Liverpool did very well. On a normal day, they could be running away, you know,
I think it was a great performance by Liverpool.
They were just unlucky. Messi has promised the fans at the beginning of the season, I am going to bring the Champions League. It's a night where he had to prove everybody wrong. Now remember when Ronaldo also said, in that Juventus return leg with Atletico Madrid, Ronaldo said, we are going to get this and it's possible. So he knew he really had to take the responsibility and do it. It's the same thing with Messi now. Messi is burning with fire and he needs a Champions League.
But quickly, yesterday watching that game, I saw a part of Messi I don't really see. I think he was very upset, especially in the first half. He thought he had won a penalty. And from that, you realize that his mood had changed. He appeared to be throwing his hands at some point. But 3-0 it was. Sorry, guys.
See, so don't get Messi. And I was saying, like, don't get Messi angry. But the whole narrative, the build-up to this game was, Messi has to show us he's Messi. And he did that. How he got that free kick into the net from close to 30 yards is absolutely unbelievable. And I'm saying this because we have seen Messi do this over and over again in 20 yards, and 25 yards, and 24 yards. The power, the direction, the pace was just too much. And Lionel Messi has proved to us once again that he's the king of the Camp Nou. Barcelona, to me, have a leg there in that final. Unless Liverpool can do something
Are we likely to see what we saw? Was it in the semi-finals? All the teams that scored in the first leg actually lost at the end of the game.
I'm not sure. It looks like a Barcelona-Ajax final.
Let me just give you some reason to keep hope alive. But
there's one question I have for Liverpool fans, though.
Which is?
No malice. If this season ends trophyless, would you blame the players or blame the manager? That's a discussion in the locker room
I'll blame fate and destiny. Thank you very much, John Adetula. But there's a Europa League final, semi-final game today.
Chelsea away to Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany, and Arsenal at the Emirates against Valencia.
All right, that's how we end the show today. Thank you so much for your company. There's more news when you log on to myjoyonline.com. Up next is JoyNews Interactive. Take care.